Hi, Genki Call here with the Grand Theft Mech World Event for the week of May 16th, 2022. First, the lore. Ancestor Brodir had been laid to rest, and it seemed the Sparkinator had finally found what it was digging for. It had uncovered the old underworld gate and crossed over. We were no strangers to the underworld, so we followed it. Ta-da! Heading into the wrong spot. Ha! Here we go. The Sparkinator was loose in the underworld. Sparkgrinder suggested we find something to fight it. We were so close to Tartarus' siege base, so we thought we might be able to liberate something useful. Defeat demons to collect components. Each component is worth 3 points, and the scoring. The scoring! It's a little wonky. So, we've got Tartarus is worth the most. The War Machine is worth the same amount of points as you can see. However, all of the battles except for the War Machine are going to drop an extra 25% points per battle. So after a little while, the War Machine's really not going to be worth going for. Basically, you want to avoid the Deep Golem and Infernal Machine if at all possible, period. Just avoid those two battles and you should be good. Go for Tartarus and Ironjaw whenever you can, and Nyarmel as well, and hopefully you'll be good. So, aha! That is the scoring. Excuse me. Kitty's in the way, pardon me. Thank you, kitten. No, 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 no. My kitty loves me. Yes, I love you too. Go away. Yeah. Okay. Pardon me for the interruption. Okay, let's get back. Oh my god. I think you can probably see what just popped up in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen. And, yeah, that's really bad news. Hold on a second. Alright, I suspected that he had the big C a while back, but I did not realize he was still sick. Alright, anyway, sorry, that really distracted me. So I've got some teams. War Machine, we'll go ahead and do the War Machine to start with. This is the new troop that just came in. It is worth 36 points here right at the very beginning. And the team that I have for no legendaries, basically you're going to be dependent upon Penglong if you don't have any legendaries. With my particular playstyle, I like to be able to hit all enemies at once whenever possible. Penglong is the only non-legendary that can do that. As a matter of fact, there are no legendaries that can do that either. We're kind of dependent upon Mythics this week, so anyway, Penglong will do damage to all enemies boosted by enchanted allies, and doesn't have anything on the team to enchant things, so meh. But the bishop will give an ally some armor and magic, and double the effect if the ally is divine. Is that double the magic as well? I don't know, but basically we just want to try and keep the first troop healthy long enough to take out the rest of the team. But before we go any further, let me show you what you might be able to get, well, what you can possibly get when you're buying things in the shop for this event. The divines are insane. There are so many divines in the drop table for this event. It's just crazy. So if you get lucky and manage to pull a mythic, I said divines. They're all divines. I'm losing my mind. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted. All right. The mythics that you could possibly pull if you are extraordinarily lucky are Archproxy, Yvendra, Astral Mother, Urielle, Flame of Anu, Guard's Avatar, Huanglong, Infernus, Ishtara, Jotnar, Stormshield, Queen Aurora, Quetzalma, Scotty, Stonehammer, the Archdeva, Ubistet, the Voice of Orpheus, Will of Nisha. All of those are in the drop table, and everything else you see here. So I'm using Divine Ishbala on almost every team because she gives a 50% mana start to divines. However, We also have a couple of other things available here. For instance, we have the Forest Guardian that gives a 50% mana start to all beasts, and we have Holy Saint Astra that can give a 50% mana start to all humans. So we have 3 troops, 1, 2, 3 here that can do that can give the 50% mana start depending on what you decide to do. Oh my gosh. All right. Get back on track. So let me show you this first team for those that have no legendaries. Oh yes, I did buy 3 tiers in the shop. So, oh no, 2 tiers. Here we go. 1 badge. And we'll put on 2 medals of seasons. And then just for kicks and giggles, let's see if I can get lucky and buy the 3rd tier and get a mythic. Very unlikely. I have 6 tries to get a mythic and click, click. Nope. This is how it generally runs when you're buying things in the shop. However, I've had plenty of viewers tell me, hey, guess what? I pulled a mythic from the shop and it's like, yay! So it is possible. Just be aware that you can't count on it. And even if you buy a ton of tiers, there's no guarantee you're going to get a mythic. But it is possible, so keep that in mind. Anyway, let's, oh dear. Let's, do some fighting. Alrighty, and I have high stats. I've worked hard to get those high stats, so my stats here are crazy. Plus, I've got 1 badge. So yes, I know that things are going to be really, really high here for me. Now it's, let me look at this again. Tartarus that gives the most. Nyarmel and Ironjaw will give a lot later on. Right now, it's still the War Machine that's going to give the most on this screen. But as I said, I can't do the math. I don't know the math for it. I'm sorry. I'm just not that good at math. I'm not terrible at it, but I'm not that good at math that I can figure that out on my own. At what point the War Machine is no longer going to be viable to fight. But 30 components? What? It's not supposed to be doing that. 30 components? That's 90 points. What? I think that they messed up. Never mind, go for the War Machine. I changed my mind. Holy cow. That's awesome. Okay, we're going to do one more with this team, and then I will switch out to the first team with Legendaries. I have 2 with Legendaries, and then we'll get on to the ones that have Mythics. So the Prismatic Orb here is something that you will be able to get with just by getting your mana mastery up. I can't remember because I didn't look it up exactly how much you need, but it's going to create mana and it's going to give armor, so that will help Penglong survive. This will help Penglong survive. Go ahead and get some mana here, and we'll do this. Baja! Wahahaha. I'm very distracted. I apologize. So here we go. Alright, I love this team. I love this team. The problem with this team is that it's a skull spamming team and the badges and medals only boost spell damage. But if you want to do a little skull damage starting off when you're lower level, this should be fine. So Urielle the Guardian reduces damage from skulls by 40%. She does death mark when doing skull damage, so she's good to have at the front. She's going to give life to an ally, create 1 to 3 yellow mana potions. Divine Ishbala creates lots of yellow. We've got Qilin that works beautifully with Divine Ishbala, and then I've got Gobsticker here for mana generation. However, you could put Rope Dart in here. Up to you, but I want it for the mana generation so that the team doesn't stall out. That may not be a problem with having Urielle and Divine Ishbala on the same team, but anyway, I think it's going to be fun for a little while, and then we'll have to switch out to something else. Let's go ahead and cast this. We're going to cast it on herself, just to make sure that she stays healthy. Wasn't thinking and cast that spell while I still had the this thing here. Okay, so this one turns red gems to skulls and green to yellow, which is not going to work. This turns red to skulls, which does work. We're just going to go ahead and cast that because I already know. Actually, wait, this one turns red gems to skulls. Ha! Whoops. I got it backwards. I got it backwards. Oh, look at all the mana. Okay, so I don't think you even need this here because Urielle is working so nicely. Holy cow. This might be a new team to use in PvP and Guild Wars. Wow. So good. Let's do that again. Hehehe. Alright. Let's do that again, but let's change the weapon to Rope Dart. Rope Dart. I'm using Priest for all of these teams, but you can, of course, change them to whatever you want. I just use Priest because the entire team is Divine, and you'll get some bonuses for that. It is, however, absolutely not necessary. Let's go for Nyarmel. Nyarmel is always going to be more dangerous than the dwarves. Now this is green to yellow right here, but it's not ready yet. Purple to red. And brown to skulls. Oh, brown to skulls. Look what I've got. Wah! Nice. And this is red to skulls and green to yellow? Green to yellow. Ah. You know what? When I'm finished recording, I think I'm going to go back to this team and use this until it's no longer viable because it's so fun. Ah. Yay, I love that. Alright, so next up we start with the Mythic Teams. And I have quite a few here because I didn't want to just take what looked best and leave it at that. So we're going to go with Divine Ishbala up front because she's a skull spammer and she is here for the 40% mana start for the rest of the team. So basically, you see the golden cog is mana blocked here. You can switch this out later, or you can do it just starting out. But the reason I have it like this is because I have enchant, and so I'm not really worried about it. I just, when I need to, I'll start casting on Gaard's avatar to boost his armor, to help him get that huge amount of damage to the entire team. You get enough metals involved, and Gaard's avatar is just going to dominate in this event, but it's not as fun as skull spamming. I love my skull spamming. Alright. Red to skulls, green to yellow. I might as well do the green to yellow, right? I mean, when it all lines up, I might as well. Kind of want to show how Gaard's avatar is just going to dominate, but that's not going to work out. Iron Jaw. All right, I still can't believe that they messed up the math so badly on the War Machine. I don't mind. I'll take the extra points. Alright, we're going to go ahead and cast this on her. Wait, select on a gem. No, they didn't nerf it. That's the wrong word, sweetie. I'm going to cast this on... I don't want to cast it on purple. Okay, there's not enough red on the board. There's not enough yellow on the board. Grr, arg. That's okay. We got enough to get Gaard's avatar up. But look, plus 107... Plus 100. This is to each enemy. Is that right? Holy cow. Yeah, I think this team is going to work just fine. Alright, finally Tartarus has appeared. But we do have another choice here with Gaard's avatar. Instead of using the golden cog, we'll switch things out and we'll do this a little differently. No devoted, no golden cog. Instead, we're going to do Gobsticker and the Archdeva. Oh yeah. That's gonna rock. That is going to rock. The Archdeva, you cast this upon Gaard's avatar and watch what he does. Holy cow! And, you know, the Gobsticker is going to be a much better mana generator than the Devoted, so... Ha 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 ha! Let's do it! We'll do it to it. Boy, why don't I have a Light Storm? But, you know what? Okay, so right now it's plus 80. That's because last time I think I must have cast the Golden Cog. But we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to cast this on him. And now it's plus 125 per enemy. Wahaha. Now the problem is that with the Golden Cog you can cast more than once, and the Archdeva you can only cast once. But you know what? With metals, I don't think it's going to matter, like, at all. So, let me just double check things here. So, Nyarmel, Hawks and Gary recommend that you should do the highest level encounters with Nyarmel and Ironjaw. So, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll do Ironjaw, the highest level I can do. We're going to switch out to a new team, which I'm grabbing right now. So, next up... oh yes, we're going to use Ishtara next. Ishtara, who creates yellow gems and blesses a random ally when the turn begins. 50% chance. Skull damage reduction by 40%, which is why she's up front. Not worried about Divine Ishbala being mana blocked because she's here for the 40% mana start. But yeah, she's gonna... Sometimes she loops, and that's really fun. We've got Divinia here, who's going to explode things. The Devoted will also get mana for the team. Basically, whenever the Devoted comes up, I'm going to cast on red or yellow, whichever is most on the board, and go from there. Again, you can use any team. Stormcaller might be best for all of these teams. You'll lose a little bit of a bonus, but you'll have a persistent yellow storm, so that'll be good. We're going to do red because there's so much red on the board. Wahaha. That worked beautifully. Watch this. It doesn't do a ton of damage. It's not as good as, you know, Gaard's avatar, but not everybody has Gaard's avatar. I didn't have him till recently. Aha! I have completed a task accidentally. Okie dokie. I'm not even paying attention to my campaign tasks right now. I forgot to go over the campaign tasks and what we'd get this week. Whoops. Well, I went over the campaign tasks. I just didn't go over what we would get this week from the completing stuff. We're going to get the chariot this week, and I forgot to mention that, so oops. I'll say oops. Alright, let's go back in. Alright, I do have a second Ishtara. We'll do this one. I have a second Ishtara team. This is also one that uses 2 mythics, and I think it's going to be fun. Wow. I think it's going to be really fun. Because I like skull spamming. I love skull spamming. Okay. I get too overzealous sometimes, I think. But Ishtara is going to create all that beautiful yellow, and Archproxy Yvendra is going to turn it all into uber doom skulls. It's going to be fantastic. You know, unless I crash and burn and it backfires, in which case that would be bad. But, so Gobsticker explodes green gems. Kind of don't want to cast because of this, but don't really have a choice. I can, nope, we're gonna get it. There's the blooper for the day. So I wanted to have some mana for, look at the alignment. I didn't even have to cast. Watch this. Boom. I have it ready to go again, but I don't have mana for her. So we'll do that. And we'll do this. We'll get him. Nope, we're going to go ahead and cast with this again. You know, when there happens to be alignment for... oh, look. A pet rescue. Isn't it cute for a weird-looking box? I think I already have it maxed out. So I'm going to wait on that and hopefully remember to do that after I finish my video. You want to avoid both of these if at all possible. Absolutely, if you have a choice between the two, go for the epic, not the ultra rare. Avoid the blue. Avoid the Noid. Go for Deep Golem. Alright, let's grab another team here. I've got 2 more teams. Ba-dum-bum. Next up, we are going for Dragons. Again, Divine Ishbala is mana blocked. So is the Amethyst Band. They're both mana blocked, but I wanted to go for an explodey weapon. And really don't have much of a choice here. I mean, you could go for Osha's Tome, but nothing here is elemental. So, you know, Amethyst Band, Gobsticker, or Twin Claws can all go here. We still have Divinia here, who's not mana blocked, which will help me get mana for this once once enchant is no longer in effect. So yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, but I think Huanglong has a chance to blow up the board, if I recall correctly. No, he does not. But enchant. He can get enchanted. Oops, we must do this. So Huanglong does damage to all enemies, plus has 50% of chances to gain attack, gain an extra turn, and gain barrier, enchanted, or blessed. Wahaha. I like Huanglong. Let's do another one with Huanglong because that was really low level. That was low level. Iron Jaw, level 70. Let's do that. And then I will switch out to the very last team. Get this thing uploaded for you. I really like the skull spamming teams. I like my skull spamming so much. Alright, we'll do this. Yeah, I mean, it didn't do a ton of damage, but 58 instead of 42, but that's with 1 badge. Once I get some medals in place, you know, it's going to be great. I'm not going to use this right now. I've got Divinia ready to go. Now I'll do this. Now I have mana for Huanglong again. And red gems to skulls. I have alignment. Why not take it? And Huanglong, by the way, has 70% skull damage reduction. So, it doesn't matter if it backfires. Yes, it is. It is amazing. I didn't do a team with Stonehammer. I mean, there are definitely other choices here. But let's see, I have one more team to show. And Iron Jaw over anything else here. And I haven't seen... What's his name? I haven't seen any Tartarus yet. It's supposed to be random when they come up. It's not like last week when we had a 30%, we had to finish 30 battles first. So this next one is using Infernus and Rope Dart. Ooh, something different. Now, Infernus isn't incredibly strong as far as danger goes, but as far as danger, I meant damage. As far as damage goes. However, he does burn all enemies on 4+ gem matches, so you use this with a class that has Fireblade. If you have a class maxed out that has Fireblade, Slayer, Sunspear, any of those ones, Warlord, any of those that have the Fireblade that'll do triple skull damage to burning enemies, this is going to be pretty effective. Even though it's not boosted by... you're not going to get any boost on skull damage. Having triple skull damage is going to be viable for a while. So we'll do one more with this. Hopefully a higher level one. There's Tartarus. Oh, I did find it. I did fight one. I just forgot. What a surprise that I would forget. I have so many things on my mind. Oh, that's right. I was really distracted earlier. Yeah. Let's not get back into that right now. Okie dokie. We'll do this. And blow things up. Waha. That is a problem with Infernus. It's two random enemies, and if there is a space between them, it will only hit one instead of 2 or 3. So, you know, still, it's something different, and if you're very limited with your mythics, gotta have a team, right? Anyway, that's what I've got for you for this week's world event. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will be back with the Soulforge video as soon as I can. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye!